All right, hey guys, here we are, hole 2 here that we're setting up for. And what I'm probably going to do is a Titan ball here. I try to stay away from Kingmakers in Pro. Right now it's kind of the building process. You want to, get your top 10s, top 3s if you can get them, and kind of build up your Kingmaker inventory. Essentially, don't use them at all. If that means you have to not play during the week, that's something that you need to think about. So I play very little tour play and just build up an inventory, and definitely something that I would, kind of encourage as well. Here you can see I'm going to go right around 1 on the top spin here. I might not have this club set in here, but I'm going to play. You can see with what my offset looks like. Aside from that, I'm going to go maybe 10% beyond max, because I do think it's a little bit downhill. So I'm thinking, 7.5 rings, 7.7 rings, somewhere in there. At least an extra 10% on my adjustment, plus the offset. If you guys could see that I kind of offset that. Look how hot this is coming in. It did it again. It looks like my line's good, but for whatever reason, it's just kind of launching. So I think it might have to do something with the downhill trajectory. It looks like I had the line, so it's going to be kind of good to, copy that shot, but you might want to just set the guide up just a little bit short. I've had a little bit of trouble in this pretty much universally in every division, where it's just kind of launching a little bit. And I think it has to do with the downhill nature. So if you can just set up the guide a little bit shorter, just assume that it's going to land longer, and it'll essentially balance itself out. Now, I am in the replay pool. I'd love to just forfeit this, but let's just, especially I'm not going to be putting out a second set of revisions, so let's just kind of, take a look at what my opponent does here, just so you have, kind of a frame of reference. But for the most part, I would just stick to what I just did. It was very straightforward, easy. The only thing that you're going to have to consider is the downhill nature of that shot. It seems to just be kind of launching a bit. And, the biggest indicator, before I even see the pin or anything, I can just see where the hops are. So I always pay attention to my second hop when I'm setting up my guide, because that's where I use a frame of reference to be very consistent. If I put that second hop in the same spot every time and copy the spin, the shot's going to roll out very consistently. So that's what I'll usually do. And when I see the second hop land well past where I initially set, then I can just tell that, it's just launching way past. So, good luck with that second hole. And also, keep that tip in mind that I mentioned about it overshooting. I think that'll be very useful, and following that line and, maybe that extra 10 to 15% should give you a very good chance to make that one. And catch you guys on 3 coming up.